Welcome back, Culers. Barcelona have officially wrapped up their Asian preseason tour in dominant fashion, and it doesn't get much more convincing than a 5-0 demolition of Daegu FC. From Gavi's stunning brace to goals from Lewandowski, Rashford, and Toni Fernandes, Hansi Flick's side were ruthless, fluid, and confident throughout the pitch. In this video we're diving deep into full player ratings from the Daegu clash, Gavi's sensational comeback story, Gerard Martin's rise as a defensive wildcard, Dani Olmo's warning signs ahead of a crucial season. Whether you're hyped about the youth revolution or curious about Flick's tactical tweaks, this is your ultimate post-match breakdown from Barcelona's final game in Asia. Let's get into it. FC Barcelona completely dismantled and decimated Daegu FC in their recent game. The Catalan giants simply had too much quality for the South Korean team to do anything about. Ultimately, Barcelona end their pre-season tour in Asia with yet another win following the win over FC Seoul before this. With a 5-0 scoreline, many players managed to get on the scoresheet. Gavi scored a brace, and the likes of Robert Lewandowski, Toni Fernandes, and Marcus Rashford also managed to score. A great performance from Barcelona. Here are the player ratings for Hansi Flick's team. Player ratings. Joan Garcia, 7.0. Not tested much by Daegu FC but was dependable whenever he was called into action. Reliable performance from the goalkeeper. Jules Kounde, 7.0. Was not tested much defensively, and did well to hold his ground offensively while helping out his teammates. Ronald Araujo, 7.0. Strong in his duels and dependable enough at the back, Ronald Araujo had a good outing. Gerard Martin, 7.5. Defensively solid despite a few slips here and there. Also provided a beautiful assist to Robert Lewandowski. Alejandro Balde, 6.0. Was not at his best and struggled to make a significant impact for much of the first half. Frenkie de Jong, 8.0. Great for the team thanks to his composure and ability to control proceedings. Frenkie de Jong enabled those around him to excel. Gavi, 9.0. Managed to score a brilliant brace in the first half. Gavi was great. While he did have some rough moments where his touches and control should have been better, his overall display was great. Lamine Yamal, 9.0. A top performance from Lamine Yamal, and he was essentially unplayable for Daegu FC. Beyond just grabbing a great assist, his dribbling was sensational and he created some brilliant chances that his teammates should have converted. Pedro Diarra Fernandes, 7.0. Quick in terms of his decision-making, Diarra Fernandes never looked out of place while playing with the other first-team players. He should have done better with the chances that came his way though. Rafinha, 6.5. Seemed to struggle a lot initially and even missed a golden opportunity created by Lamine Yamal. As the first half went on, however, he clearly improved. Robert Lewandowski, 7.0. Grabbed a goal that was put on a plate for him by Gerard Martin, and his overall positioning was solid. Wojciech Szczesny, 6.0. Not tested much by the opposition. Eric Garcia, 8.0. Provided a great assist to Marcus Rashford and was more than solid even apart from that. Andreas Christensen, 6.5. Good performance from the Danish defender. Pau Cubarsí, 7.0. Had a solid game but came off injured near the end of the game. Jofre Torrents, 7.0. Good presence on the left flank and looked hungry to prove his worth. Marc Casado, 7.0. Solid display from the young Spaniard who continues to be linked to foreign clubs. Pedri, 7.5. Composed and in control, Pedri made sure that Barcelona saw out this game comfortably and did well to keep the ball. Rooney Bargi, 6.5. Felt like he was rushing his decisions at times. Toni Fernandes, 7.5. Scored his first goal for the Barcelona first team and kept making dangerous runs to thwart Daegu FC. Marcus Rashford, 7.5. Grabbed a goal with a solid finish and looked energetic. Dani Olmo, 8.0. Sharp and eager to get on the ball, Dani Olmo got a great assist and had a good performance even apart from that. Diego Cachen, not applicable. Not enough time or influence on the game to warrant a rating. After taking apart FC Seoul by a 7-3 scoreline last week, Barcelona put 5 past Daegu FC to complete the perfect preseason. The team looked well-oiled throughout, and Hansi Flick used the opportunity to test out new dynamics and altered the lineups in both halves compared to previous games. Goals from Gavi and Robert Lewandowski in the first half and Toni Fernandes and Marcus Rashford after the break eventually helped the team to a 5-0 win on the night, one that will be seen as the perfect end to the Asia Tour. After all, it also saw the team maintain their first clean sheet, and on that note, Barca Universal brings you 3 takeaways from Daegu FC 0-5 Barcelona. Gavi's redemption arc has begun. A lot was said about Gavi last season despite the youngster just returning from injury. After all, he was not at his best as he slowly made his way back to complete fitness after an ACL setback that kept him out for a year. Hansi Flick was cautious with his use of Gavi through last season and ensured that he was returned to the team dynamics slowly. The player, for his part, also took matters with caution and did not overpush himself. This preseason has been a turning point for Gavi. After battling through a tough injury and plenty of outside doubt, the young midfielder has responded the best way possible, by letting his football do the talking. His performances against Vissel Kobe and FC Seoul were already solid, but it was the dominant display against Daegu FC that truly showed his growth. Scoring 2 well-taken goals and playing with confidence alongside Frenkie de Jong in a double pivot, Gavi proved he's not just recovered, he's evolved. His sharp passing, smart positioning, and fierce determination were all on display. And given how difficult both of his goals were, it's clear Gavi is back in top shape and ready to be a key figure in Hansi Flick's plans. His redemption arc has begun, and Barcelona will see the best of Gavi once more this season. Interesting developments at centre-back. Despite having 3 natural centre-backs available to choose from against Daegu FC, Flick opted to hand Gerard Martin a start in the department alongside Ronald Araujo in what came as a surprising development. The player did indeed play in the same position against Seoul in the previous game, but Flick's decision to hand him a start centrally only goes to show that the manager counts him as a central defender for the coming season. Surprisingly, the player did a fair job at it. Playing 45 minutes as the left centre-back, Martin racked up 1 assist, created 1 big chance and made 7 defensive actions, and it is clear that he has developed significantly from last season. Martin's entry as a valuable CB option adds him to a long list of options for the manager, including Ronald Araujo, Pau Cubarsí, Íñigo Martínez and Andreas Christensen. With Cubarsí leaving the field injured towards the end of the game and Martínez already facing discomfort, the situation, just 3 games in, highlights the importance of retaining all players in the position. Needless to say, Flick will now have second doubts over considering a departure in the position. Olmo needs to do better. Dani Olmo's performance against Daegu FC after coming on in the second half was far from a complete wreck, and the player did have a fair set of contributions in the attacking third. The Spaniard racked up 2 key passes, created 1 big chance and had 3 shots on target in his 45 minutes in the second half and looked comfortable in tight spaces as he is known to be. What let him down, however, was his decision-making at times and his efficacy in front of the goal. For the number and quality of chances Olmo had, he should have had a brace of his own with better finishing or at least 2 assists had he opted to be less selfish and find the free man. Instead, he went for the shot himself on every occasion and came out of the game with nothing to show. While Olmo may not have played a terrible game, the competition for a starting spot in the attacking midfield is ruthless this season. Fermin Lopez, Pedro Rodriguez and even the likes of Rafinha and Tony Fernandes are capable of playing in the position, and it is clear that Olmo, who currently is an undisputed starter in the position, must improve signing if he is to hold on to his position. So there you have it, Culers. Barcelona end their preseason tour with 2 straight wins, 12 goals scored, and a clean sheet to top it off. Gavi is back and proving why he belongs in the 11. Gerard Martin may just be Flick's surprise defensive weapon, but Dani Olmo needs to sharpen up with intense competition brewing. With La Liga just around the corner, Hansi Flick's squad looks more balanced, energized and full of potential than we've seen in years. The message is clear: Barca are coming for everything this season. If you enjoyed the analysis, smash that like button, subscribe for more daily Barca updates and let us know in the comments, who impressed you the most in preseason? Visca el Barca.